Setting up a business Facebook page. Hi, this is Brian with Connecting Your Customers, and I'm going to run through, hopefully very briefly, how to set up a business Facebook page. There are a lot of people who are maybe intimidated by social media, and while they want a Facebook page and they want to be active on social media, they're not currently on a platform like Facebook and may be intimidated or just don't want to deal with it. We work with plenty of clients who do not have profiles on Facebook and don't necessarily want to. So this is something that we can take care of and manage on your behalf. If you want to set up your own Facebook business page, which I'll show you how to do, you will need a Facebook profile. So before anything else, if you don't have a Facebook profile, you will have to make one. That's just how it goes. In order to have the Facebook page, you've got to be on Facebook personally. So let's take a look at getting into the Facebook page. Okay, this is our website, connectingyourcustomers.com. As you can see, when you land on our page, our contact information is very clearly displayed, and you can reach us through the contact or consultation tabs up top. Please do reach out to us. We do social media management. We also do Facebook ads, which are very, very effective for the proper niche, and we can do some very serious targeting with Facebook ads if that's something you need. So I'm going to jump over. Here's my personal profile. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up to this top bar right under the address, and I'm going to click this little arrow, and you'll see Create Page. So there's some of the pages that we manage. So I'll hit Create Page, and here's the first step, choosing what kind of business we are. So we're going to do local business. If you're a nonprofit, you can do cause or community, or if it's an actual cause that you're want to bring light to. Bands and artists, if you're an organization or institution, it just depends on how you want to brand yourself. The majority of the ones that we set up are going to be local businesses. So first of all, I'm going to plug in the business name. So I'm actually creating this live for an actual client that we're working with. So at the end of this video, if you want to see the page and see how it's grown or evolved, you can do that. So I'm going to plug in, this is a home inspection service. So it's going to be Oregon Home Inspection Pros, and then for the time being I'm using my physical address. That can be changed in the future, as can the fact that I'm plugging in the Connecting Your Customers phone number. Those things can all be changed. That's very simple to change down the road. And I do uncheck the Get Page Tips in Messenger. I don't really need a lot of messages coming to me, so I do typically uncheck that. So we've got our name. Oh, and we want to do page category. Whatever your business is, just start typing. And so if I'm a law firm, you'll see lawyer and law firm. If I am a baker, I'm going to type in, there's bakery, a couple different options. So in this case, I just type in home inspection, and there it is, home inspector. So that's exactly what we want. Get started. And it'll just take a few seconds to go. While it's getting set up, I would show you Facebook now allows you to immediately name your business in the URL up here. And why that matters, let me show you really quick. I'm going to bounce over to the Connecting Your Customers page. So here is our Facebook page. And you can see up here, I'm just going to delete this extra stuff at the end. Our page is facebook.com/connectingyourcustomers. So if we want to refer somebody to our page, it's very easy to just say facebook.com/connectingyourcustomers, as opposed to, as of right now, it's Oregon Home Inspection Pros with dashes and then this long number. So one of the first things you want to do is go ahead and change that. So let's kind of just work through this really quick. I'm going to add a picture. First thing I would say, I'm going to bounce over here. Excuse me. Got some photos ready to go. Always good to have. I've got a photo picked out for my profile. I've got a photo picked out for this cover area, a nice big photo. And then I've got several photos of the services offered that I can plug in once we get to that part of the page. So I'm going to bounce back in the page, and when I click add a picture, go to upload photo. And we'll go to the home inspection and just open this up a little bit so we can see a little better. I'm picking one that has a black background so that the actual logo that we've created will pop, and then you can resize this. There we go. And I want that exactly, for a profile photo, this is the thumbnail, as they call it. You can zoom in or out and have a closer, if I wanted just the state of Oregon in the outline. But I want the whole thing there. I want that black background. I want it to be very conspicuous, so I'm going to save that. And then I'm going to start plugging in some extra photos. I'm going to set up a cover photo that I did of a home with the business name over the top of it and a checklist, just to kind of show the purpose of the business. So I'm going to go here to add a cover, upload, and there is my cover photo that I pre-created. And I'll just pull that down a little bit because I want the name of the business in. And you can adjust this as you want, up and down. Some that are larger, you can go side to side and just kind of get it fixed in there. I'm going to set that in there just like that. And there we go. So it's telling me I can upload more photos, which I'm definitely going to do. So one of the first things that you want to do once you've gotten your name and a couple photos in, and the order doesn't really matter, go ahead and like your page. You want to be sure that your page has one like, especially by yourself, and then be sure to ask your friends and family, your business associates, your customers to go in and like the page, and it will allow you to go through and invite people over here, and you just click one at a time. Or another easy way is post it in your own wall with the link and ask people to like it. So we're going to jump over to About, and we're going to start filling in the core information about this business. So here on the About section, the one thing I wanted to show you really quick is the creating a page username. This is the part where I showed you on the Connecting Your Customers Facebook page, where our actual address for our page is facebook.com/connectingyourcustomers. This is, again, important. You can just get rid of all this extra nonsense up here. But right now, it's not allowing me to do that, and typically the way around that is to get 25 likes. So if you're trying to insert a business name, because I want to do Oregon Home Inspection Pros, which is available and is within the character limit, but when I create a username, it says it isn't eligible to have a username. Basically what that means is the page needs to either be a little bit older and have some actual time on Facebook, or we need to get some additional likes, which you can get that from friends and family. So I'm just going to close this, hit refresh, and we will come back to that later. So first thing I want to do, we're going to do the Edit About. And this is the short description. So I've actually already got this pre-written. It's just a few lines, and you'll see here, brief summary, 255 character limit. So I'm just going to drop that in. And I went through and kind of pre-did this just so I was ready to go. I'm going to hit save. That's good to go. So Oregon Home Inspection Pros is the premier home inspection team, etc., etc. And then in the story, it will allow you to go with a much longer description, which I've typed out here, listing all the services. So I'm going to go ahead and select that, copy it, and you can type this in live. You don't have to copy and paste. We'll just drop that in. And before I hit save, I'm just going to kind of scroll up to make sure everything looks the way I want it, and the spaces are in between the paragraphs, and that looks good. So I'll hit save. And that's it. We've got a functioning Facebook page. Now you'll just want to go through. You can do one of two things. You can go up here to Edit Page Info, and that'll kind of let you edit everything at once. So we can go through. There's my long description. Let's see here. We can go in and add, there's my phone number, we can add the website, email. You definitely want to have these things loaded onto your Facebook page. We're still working on creating the website and then creating an email. The other thing is I'm going to go ahead and set the hours for the business, and I'm going to do Monday through Saturday, and we'll just change that to 8 a.m. and so on. And I'm not going to make you watch me as I do this. Okay, so we've got all the hours set from 8 to 5, and then I'm going to go in there and change my Saturday hours to 10 to 4. Give my guy a break, and just don't check Sunday. Any day that you want to be closed, just don't check it. You don't have to enter that you're closed. You hit Save Changes, and it will show those are your operating hours. So you can always go back in and change those. So that is more than enough for a Facebook business page. Everything looks good. We've got our name, description, etc. So I'm going to click out of here just by Xing out. And then the only other thing that I wanted to show really quick is we will go in and drop in some photos. So we can do a couple things. We can do create an album. I'm not going to really do that right now, but if you want to do specific services, you can set up an album for each service. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to drop a bunch of photos in en masse, and then maybe later I can go in and separate them into albums. So here's all my photos, and I'm just going to go through real quick. There's a couple that I pre-made here. I've already got my cover photo, and then here are some actual home interiors and exteriors that just show some of the issues that a home inspector faces. Good photo of Scott and his family, and then here's one with the logo over the family, and finally there's the logo again. And I think that's everything that I wanted, so I can do that all at once and just drop it in. There it goes, and it's going to put this into an album by default, and then later I could go in and create different albums. For example, if I wanted to separate interior and exterior photos, if I wanted to do an album called About Us or company photos, where I could move all of the logos and the family photos. And we just have to wait for that to finish, and it looks like everything is all set. And I'm just going to name the album for right now Miscellaneous Photos, and just leave it at that. And I'm going to hit post down here, and all these photos are going to post to my page. So there they are. Once you click one, it will allow you to scroll through and see the different photos, and these are nice quality photos. They show clear images, and it's definitely something that I will want to go through and name all of these later and actually put them into albums that make more sense, because these are really relevant photos. And then I'm going to go back to the home, and you'll see the last thing I'm going to show you is there's my page. Now you've got all of these, it's going to want to give you tips and analytics and visitor info, and then here it's going to try to get you to advertise or do more with your page. Facebook is really pushing people to use these pages and really get some value out of them, which you really can when you target the right folks. The last thing I wanted to show you is if we go up to the top, or I'm sorry, not the top, but to this bar where the like is, you've got this triple button or triple dot button. Click that, and you can see the page view as a visitor. So this is how the page will look to people who visit the page, rather than seeing all of the internal stuff like this. So here's my connecting your customer page, and we've got all this internal talk from Facebook to me. You click the button here and go to view as a visitor, and this is exactly how the page will look to somebody who's visiting. So you'll see all of the posts. So speaking of posts, I'm going to go ahead and put the very first post on the Facebook page, and then I'm going to sign off. So I want to switch back to my, my actual management view. So there we are, and you'll know that you're writing as your business because you'll see this little arrow that will allow you to switch back and forth between your personal profile and your business profile. So you can post to your business page with your personal profile, but I'm just going to drop in this little message wishing everyone out there a safe and happy 4th of July. I'm going to add a photo that we had created for that. And then I'm going to go ahead and check in, which it will allow me to check in at Oregon Home Inspection Pros. There we are. So I'm actually going to check into my business, and just as a value of kind of sending multiple signals, and I'm going to hit publish. So here's my actual first post to the business page, Oregon Home Inspection Pros, wishing everyone a safe and happy 4th of July with the photo, and it shows that Oregon Home Inspection Pros is at Oregon Home Inspection Pros. So we've checked in, posted a photo, sent our first post, and there is our Facebook page. So anytime we want to expand or add more information, we just go into the About section, and we'll update all this information and get a lot more out there for the public to see. But that is the basics of setting up a Facebook page. Again, this is something that we do for lots of businesses we work with. We'd be more than happy to do it for you, or we can kind of walk you through. Thanks for checking out this video, And be sure to check out www.connectingyourcustomers.com. Our contact info is there. In addition to social media management, we also do online advertising. We do search engine optimization. That's one of the biggest keys that we offer to our clients. And of course, high quality web design. So please do check us out. Thanks for watching this video.